Hey guys, I'm sitting here with one of the 5 baobab trees that exist inside Featherstail Children's Village. And sitting here now, I have a piece of baobab fruit, and I'll break it open shortly and show you what it looks like. I wanted to make 2 little announcements while I'm sitting here, and also I wanted to show you all baobab fruit. Now, the reason I want to show you the baobab fruit is I'm looking into export, and I'm looking into ways to capitalize on natural resources that are not used here to help support the children, to make things more sustainable. And baobab has become a health food, bit of a health in the health food craze in the West, shall we put it that way. And the reason being is it is extremely healthy. It's loaded with antioxidants, it's loaded with different vitamins and minerals, massive amounts of vitamin C. And so much so that the tribes here on the continent of Africa, many tribes used to gather around the baobab tree, and they would live there until the tree died, or they would stay with the tree. And they believed that they had spiritual properties, and that these spiritual properties were preventing sickness inside the communities. And more than likely the spiritual property, although it may be that there are spiritual properties to such a mighty tree, the oldest one living in the world is 6,000 years old. So they've seen more than we can ever comprehend, and the energy they have has a profound knowledge and wisdom of Mother Earth. So they were probably, though, eating this fruit. And because of eating this fruit, they were more than likely providing themselves with additional antioxidants, etc., and vitamins and minerals that they needed to allow them to stave off sickness, which must have been quite difficult here with malaria and so on and so forth. But anyway, this was the baobab tree, and tribes literally lived around the baobab tree. And I can understand why. Even energetically, this is a baby behind me. This is not very old at all, but energetically, if you look at the big trees here, the big baobabs, the energy you get when you're around them is very profound. If you sit still enough and tune into it and tap into it, you feel it. So the baobab plays a very important role in the history of Africa, the continent of Africa. The baobab also, with its profound and deep wisdom, which it does hold, and it does have as it stands there, abandoning all childish thoughts of am I tall enough, am I wide enough, am I as good as the next tree, just pushing it out and just pushing out what it is into the world, and expressing what it is in its fullest, and without any hesitation that we humans have in the form of doubt, etc., or envy, and etc. It just pounds on doing what it does, and without childish thoughts, to steal the words of H. Hess. Now, I have a lot of love for the baobab, and because of that, I mentioned recently that we are going to start the spiritual retreat. Now, the spiritual retreat will have limited spaces, and I'm softly announcing it now that we are calling it Baobab Spiritual Retreats. So, guys, behind me is one of the baobab trees in Featherstail, and this is a piece of fruit from a baobab tree. It's not from this tree. This tree is a baby, and will be many hundreds, possibly thousands of years before it's at full maturity. The oldest baobab on planet Earth is 6,000 years old. Can you even get your head around that? Unbelievable. So I thought I'd break into this and show you all what it is, because I'm mulling over baobab export to help Featherstail to generate income, resources that are not being used. So to get into this, you'll hear it's very hard. This is the outer casing of the fruit. This is the shell that protects it. So you need to break that shell, first of all, and you can do that. There we go. So once you break into that shell, it looks like this. So these are baobab fruits in their natural state. And inside are 2 stones. You can see them to the left. Some of them just have 1 stone in them. And this is the beautiful baobab fruit. Now, the baobab tastes, so you can see, the baobab tastes a lot like a not very sweet, almost citrusy sherbet in a way. That's the same, as you can see from the white dust. It's predominantly a white dust. It's not a fruit you could live on. You can't take the calories from this fruit and live on it. You wouldn't sustain yourself. But you can use it to supply your body with much needed vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, which it has many of. So this is the baobab fruit, and I'll use this in my smoothies. We chip the powder off the stones, and something I've adopted new recently into my life from my dear friend Emmanuel, who many of you know as the Rasta, but his name is Emmanuel Chow. He is a very in-line human being, shall I say. A very awakened man. And inside all of the baobabs are these little seeds. So I was with him the other day, and it's something I used to try and do, but I didn't do it. And he ate some oranges with me, and he wrapped all the seeds up in tissue. And he said he can't stand to watch the seeds go into the bin. And I totally get that. Like, I can't stand the idea that these beautiful living beings who want an opportunity to express and to grow these wonderful fruits that we believe we eat because they're sweet, but the truth is that the tree in itself made us eat it by making itself sweet. It's a very symbiotic relationship. But he keeps all the seeds of everything he eats, and he plants them. So he has a massive amount of orange trees growing at his home. But I'm going to start doing the same. So every time I eat stuff, I'm going to plant the seeds from it and recycle them, especially given where I am in the world. And that they will grow, you know. In this climate, they will definitely grow. So I'm going to stay and enjoy the rest of this beautiful sunset and eat my baobab. And soon, if I can't create our own baobab health food products, I'll at least try and export it and try and have it packaged into bags so people can put it in their smoothies. Have a Google about it and you'll see it's a true superfood without any shadow of a doubt. So that's why the tribes used to live by the tree. So this is baobab fruit, and it's very delicious. There we go. Very, very, very delicious. I'll keep those. And that's baobab. I love you all. If you want some baobab powder, say in the comments below, and then I know if it's worth pursuing this concept. I think it is worth pursuing. I really get a feeling in my gut it's worth pursuing the idea of exporting it. But let me know if you'd be interested. I'd be interested to know your feedback on it. So I love you all, and maybe enjoy the final moments of this day. I'll try and put it at the end of the video for you, in fact. So bye, guys.
I love the colors you chose in the clothes then. Good night, sun. I'm amazing how they are woven, watching me watch you fall over the ocean, putting a spin on my emotion, warming my face for this evening's devotion. I hope someone else sees you how I see you see me. Good night, son.